If you are a service business or a coach and you have no idea how to write emails in order for your list to convert into customers, then this video is gonna be super valuable for you, like massively valuable. Now, let's check what is the one thing that most coaches and service business do when they write email that is actually damaging their emails. And the one thing you read it in the title, it is the fact that they write emails like they were selling e-commerce. So your business is not an e-commerce, and there are many differences from e-commerce and service-based business and coaches that you need to keep in mind here in order for you not to mess up with it. I'm gonna talk about right away about that, but first of all, who am I to tell you this? Who am you talking to? My name is Gerson. I have 6+ years of experience in marketing and automation, and I have worked with coaches. I have worked with many service businesses, especially local businesses. I have also worked with retreats. I have also worked even with startups. So I have some experience in the area, and my goal here is to advise you and to give you guidance on how you can grow your business and go beyond the 10K mark. Cool. So what is going on with e-commerce versus coaching slash service-based businesses? What is different from that? There are many different. So for starters, e-commerce usually sell products that they don't need so much explanation. People don't really need to understand what the product is about or how the product works, because it's very, let's say, it's very easy. It is not something that is abstract. However, for coaching businesses, it is totally much more abstract, because the person is not saying a physical product. It's going to actually receive an abstract benefit that they will get from your coaching program or from your service-based business, and they need way more preparation. Maybe not explanation, but more preparation in order for them to see the value of that. So when we reflect that into the emails, it is gonna be totally different. And today here, I'm gonna tell you 3 rules that you need to apply when you write your emails. And if you stay until the end, I will show you some examples as well. So let's start with the first rule. Rule number 1, it is the fact that you wraps, beats, fancy designs all the time. Yes, that is totally true. Don't waste time looking for fancy designs in some email softwares or hiring someone to get you a super fancy design for your coaching business or service businesses. So for you, what you need to do is to actually get the email raw in a way that this email looks like someone wrote it in a Gmail software or something like that, rather than in an email marketing software. So that is very important, and has to feel like it is personal, has to feel like it is actually an email that you receive from another person. So then definitely make sure that your emails are raw. Don't get this fancy design, just get a normal white background email, and that's it. Now, the second rule is that your email needs to be conversational. So it has to feel like the person who you are referring to in the email, he has to feel like the person who is reading your email feels like you are talking to them directly, face to face. That is how it has to feel. And I'm gonna show you some examples right there. But with this, it also means that you don't always need to write an email in a way that you have the professional structure email that you usually have. You know, a professional email that you send, let's say, for a job application or for a client request. So you're gonna be like, hi Mr. Johnson, I came across your profile and I think you are a great fit for our service or whatever, and I would love to work with you. Hope to hear back from you. Regards, Gerson. This kind of email does not work. Please don't do that. Don't do this kind of professional emails for your coaching business. Instead, keep it conversational and keep it raw. So you don't even need to start by hi Mr. Name or anything like that. You can just start with a sentence that is engaging and actually get people who read through the whole email. And keep it conversational. I'm gonna give you again some examples so you will see how you should write the email in a better way. Now, the rule number 3 is going to be about short paragraphs. This is very, very important because nowadays most of the people is reading your email through the phone, and so what you don't want it to feel, it is that your email, it looks like a big paragraph that is almost unreadable, because believe me, if you do that, nobody is going to read that much. Maybe they are going to scroll down to see something easier to read, but someone is not going to read a whole paragraph. So that is, it's very important that you keep your emails with short paragraphs, maybe 1 or 2, and maximum that. More than 2 is going to be more difficult to read through the phone. So those are the 3 rules that you need to apply. Let's do a recap. The first one is going to be the wrap emails with fancy designs. The second one, it is like writing as you talking, as you communicate, okay? So a conversational copy. And the third one, the third rule is going to be about short paragraphs. If you get those 3 right, I'm very sure you are going to get very much better results that in your email marketing that you are currently getting. And this is actually my own framework for writing emails on automation and campaigns myself. So I just wanted to tell you to do that as well, because that is very, very relevant for your type of service-based or coaching business. Now it's time for me to show you the examples. So stick with me right here, and then we are gonna jump very quickly into my screen. This is something that is going to be very well designed, and the design is so important actually, although copy still it has the highest weight. But this is how a good e-commerce image looks like. You know, you see that there are all pictures over here. There are also more pictures. You have a product that it is a snack, and it is a healthy snack, and it tells you that you have a lot of vitamins and minerals, and basically it is a healthy, delicious snack that they are selling. So it is very straightforward and very easy to understand. So no need to write a long test for people to actually understand. And actually the design plays a big role on here. It plays a big role, and it is good. This is a great design e-commerce email. However, for you guys, for your e-commerce, for your service-based business and coaching businesses, definitely this is not the style that you wanna get. This is not what you wanna get, because your service or your coaching business is not something that is very easy to understand usually, and then you need preparation. You need to prepare them. You need to build trust on them before asking them to buy. And here it is a good example of a good email. So this is Alex Hormozzi. I'm very sure many of you know who Alex Hormozzi is, and this is a very good example. So you see that he don't even start with, hey, hi, Mr. Johnson. He don't even start with that. He start right away, conversational. As I said before, very conversational. Look at that. When I was 18, I worked for a fur coater dealer. It looked to me like this guy is having a conversation with me in front of me. And also see how they change the certain words in capital letters, like for example, or they add the dot streak over here. So again, that is actually important for the emails not to be bored. But also we can notice here that the emails only have one paragraph, maybe this one 3, maybe another one 2, very, very short. And it really feels very raw, right? So it is just like that. It is just like a simple conversation. This part, however, is a little bit more organized, but you know that the email has this structure. And again, here you have some word strict true, underline it, and that is it. And at the end, he's just giving a free lead magnet. So yeah, that's it. That's a very good example of how coaching emails should looks like as well. So if you are a coaching business, definitely this is a very good one to copy. Now let me show you other examples. So this email is going about hey Jen is very bad. It's actually a software. So So this is how the emails looks like. And what I wanted to show you this, it is because you don't want your emails to be like that neither. You don't want the emails to have specific explanation or anything like that. And even in my personal opinion, I think software businesses can benefit so much about the styles that I'm just showing you for coaching and service businesses, because again, those are businesses of building trust and not of massive selling. I hope you can hear me very well all this time. Okay, so it is because of that. So instead of just writing an email specific in the specific features and stuff like that that this one does, you wanna get an email like this. This is another example. I'm gonna this is Ryan Days, a very known marketer. And again, you see 3 paragraphs, 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraphs. You see that he's also using black. You also see that he's also using bigger font here in this case. So the email is actually more dynamic, more easy to read, and you know what part you want to read straight away. So here he is a very good copywriter as well, and this is a very good example of how to write an email. Again, you have the big CTA. For the CTA for your coaching business, you can just do a small CTA or just do it like that. But normally adding a button as CTA is not the, I don't think it's gonna be the best, because it takes out the raw part of it. And as we saw before, raw is very important because raw beats design all the time. Okay, so another example is going to be this one. This one is actually an email from a coach, and I wanted to show you this one because while the email structure is good and they are still, it kind of look raw, it kind of also use 3 paragraphs. There is something that I don't like, and it is the fact that the font is very small. I mean, I don't know about you, but I need to do a strong effort to read this because the font is very small. So don't make this mistake in your emails. Make sure that the font is at a reasonable size, and also make sure you don't say so much, because if you are making your font so small, you are actually saying a lot in only one sentence, and is the email start getting a little bit heavy to read, and when that happens, people just jump below. Another thing that we can notice is that the email is not dynamic. There is no bold, there is no underline, there is no weird things, so we don't see that dynamic that we see, for example, here in this email. Which makes it super easy to read and super nice to read as well. So yeah, that is something that you should not do. Even this guy is using the 3 rules that we mentioned before. Definitely make sure to make the email dynamic, and most importantly, the font at the reasonable size. And again, here is another example of how you should actually write emails. So this is a good example, and I wanted to put this example next to the other one because you notice this email is about a review. It's a review email. He's talking about one specific person. Maybe it's a case study and not a review email, but he's talking about a specific person, and here is supposed to be a photo from Instagram of that specific person having the transformation he's talking about. However, compare this one with this other review email. Look at that. This is very readable. The font is reasonable. It's reasonable as well to read. Very short paragraphs. And also you have photos as well, which is gonna make easier to read, and is going to support what he's saying in there. And he's talking about the result that one of his clients have. For example, this is from Health Planner, which is another one that you probably know if you are a coach. So yeah, here's a good example of how to write great emails. Here you go. And again, you have bold here, you have capital letters, you have the CTA over here. that is a great email. And you even have a PS at the end, which is something that I didn't mention, but I also like to use in my emails because I believe it adds that extra info that otherwise in the main body it will be a bit too much, or it wouldn't just fit. So yeah, that's it. So this is a very good example of it, especially with the image and stuff, which make it so dynamic. Okay, so I learned something about what I just told you in this video, and yeah, I hope you have received a lot of value. If you want me to write your emails, or you want me to get into your email marketing strategy or your acquisition strategy as a service business or as a coach, then hit me up. I will leave a link in the description where you can book a call with me. Even if you are not sure if I'm a good fit for you, just let's have a call, let's talk, and let's see if we can do something for your business. I will be happy to support you and to help you achieve your goals. So hit me up over there, and thank you for watching until the end, and see you in the next one. Ciao, pescado. Bye bye.